We're glad to have you back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Mr. Jamiu Mohammed joins me via Zoom to continue this conversation. He talks to me at market performance for today. Mr. Mohammed, thank you so much for being on the program.
Good afternoon. You can hear me?
Yes, it's the last work day of the month of September. Let's do a review of trading activities for this month.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a while I've been on this program. Thank you for calling me. Today, the month ended on a positive note, and if you look at the whole month together, we're still in green for the month of September. But if you look at the quarterly together, you will see that we are still in negative of 1.5%. But generally, as we speak today, the market gain is 0.1%. That is 10 basis points that the market has gained. And we've seen a market trading about 586 million units of stocks, worth about 7.8 billion. And then if you look at the volume, value analysis of this, what constitutes 8.7 billion, you see that the UPA led the traded stock by 1.2 billion, and followed by Zenith Bank, which traded about 825 million, and we have Oando, which traded about 710 million, closely followed by Access Bank, which traded about 707 million worth of stock. If you look at this first stock, constitutes about more than 50% of what traded in the market today. And you see, as we speak today, September used to be a year that, a month that we start to return in positive trend, because of the fact that that is the earning season where investors look forward to the third quarter result of most of these listed companies that but because of what was released last week, MPR, the rate has been hiked, and because of that, the investor, I think passive investor, will likely want to settle for safety investment and get money and get a rate at money market, which is at least capital market or equity market to suffer a bit. But because of the fact that we're in earning seasons, so this season is the season that you see investors taking position for the preparation of third quarter results of listed company, and at the end of the day, the auditor report of those companies. So as we speak now, the market is gradually responding to that. It has not responded negatively to MPR hike, because ordinarily, whenever they hike the rate, if MPC hike the rate, it will only affect negatively the market, equity market. But as we speak today, the market is fine, and we can see the market is returning to positive territory. And if you look at the year-to-date results and year-to-date return, we are still around more than 31% or so. So that is what we have at market as today.
This looks good. I'm seeing us moving into October and this positive trend. Do you see us sustaining it?
Yes, it's possible to sustain it. Don't forget that the trend in our market, the performance in our market is banking companies constitute about 65% of performance activities in the market. And when you see MPC, this monetary policy being increased, the banking sector are the one to benefit more from it. So because of that, you will see that most of these listed banking companies are now turning out a very good result. When you look at their interest income, it's a very encouraging, and the reason why you see most of them is moving up, and we believe that this may likely continue. You see what the UBA even did? UBA declared 2 naira interim dividends, something that none of the banking sector has never done in their history. So it has led in this, and that is why you see it gaining 10% today, and we believe it's going to continue today. So the level of positivity that we have in the market is sustainable, and we believe going to the end of the year, we believe that it's going to continue in that manner. So the positive terrain is sustainable.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jamiu Mohammed. We appreciate your analysis as usual. Equities trader, APT Securities and Funds Limited.
Okay.
Shares market turned cautious in Asia today as strife in the Middle East offset more policy measures in China, while the Nikkei dived on concerns Japan's new prime minister's favored normalizing interest rate. The stimulus rush in China helped outweigh the poor manufacturing survey and lift the blue chip CSI 300 another 7.7%, having already jumped 16% last week. The Shanghai Composite climbed 7.1% on top of last week's 13% rally. Nikkei led the early action with the dive of 4.6% as investors anxiously waited for more directions from the new Prime Minister, Shigeru Ishiba, who has been critical of the Bank of Japan's easing of policy in the past. China's factory activities shrank for the fifth straight month and services sector slowed sharply in September, suggesting Beijing will need more stimulus to hit its 2024 growth target. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the country's Purchasing Managers Index nudged up to 49.8 in September from 49.1 in August, but still below the 50 mark. This reading was the highest in 5 months. According to economists, the PMIs show some bright spots for manufacturing, but not certain whether last week's big policy announcements, which includes loosening property curves in China's biggest cities, would be enough to kickstart a recovery. Meanwhile, the central bank top official regulator unveiled more sweeping measures to aid the housing market, including directives from banks to lower mortgage rates for existing home loans before October 31st. SpaceX's Crew 9 Dragon spacecraft autonomously docked with International Space Station. The space aircraft launched SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in the U.S. State of Florida on Saturday and docked with the ISS at Eastern Time on Sunday. The mission, codenamed Crew 9, carries NASA astronaut Nick Hurge and Roscosmos cosmonaut and two IWS. It's NASA's ninth commercial crew rotation mission with SpaceX. According to NASA, the crew members will conduct more than 200 science investigations involving blood clotting studies, moisture effects on plant growth in space, and vision changes in astronauts, and is expected to return to Earth next February with the Crew 9 astronauts.
Alex and I had a smooth ride up here, and so first off I just want to say thank you to the teams that got us ready to fly Freedom to the station, and it was a awesome ride, and coming through the hatch and seeing all the smiles, and as much as I've laughed and cried in the last 10 minutes, I know it's going to be an amazing expedition, so I'm really looking forward to getting to work up here.
Whenever you've got a complex system, and that means a rocket, a spacecraft, but also a business, a political environment, all of those things mean that you need resilience to change. And the best way to do that is to have two entirely different transport systems developed by two entirely different companies